Now that she's out, I just want her to get the help that she needs.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're taking a deep dive into the most shocking details from the real-life case behind Unknown Number, the high school catfish that Netflix left out of the documentary. Needless to say, there are spoilers ahead.
It's just like crazy that someone that close could do something like that. Well, to me, but also to her own daughter.
Background of the case.
How's the happy couple? Preparing for the end of the golden relationship? We hear about how you are the forever couple.
The Netflix documentary Unknown Number, the high school catfish left viewers around the world dumbfounded when it dropped in August 2025. The film explores the truly baffling case of Lauryn Licari and Owen McKinney, two teenagers in the small town of Beal City, Michigan, who began receiving threatening text messages from an unknown number in 2020.
I asked Chloe because we were like best friends and it was her party. You know, I'm like, do you know who sent this? Or like, did you send it? You know, just asking around. I was like, okay, it's just gonna stop. Just give it some time.
Although the harassment briefly stopped, it resumed in September 2021 and escalated significantly over the next year. This time, the torment was far more severe.
I was getting at least 6 text messages plus a day. It was just really annoying because I knew Owen wasn't involved with it and I knew he didn't know what was going on either.
Every single day, Lauryn and Owen were bombarded with graphic and disturbing messages, with Lauryn bearing the brunt of the ordeal. The anonymous sender exploited her deepest insecurities and mocked her relentlessly, even urging her to take her own life.
I was just getting super frustrated with it, but my mom was like, just ignore them. Obviously, you're beautiful. She was just encouraging me to not read them.
The identity of the anonymous sender. It quickly became clear that the anonymous sender was someone close to Lauryn and Owen, as the messages contained details only an insider could know, and thus began an investigation into their friends and classmates.
So I began with some video surveillance, marking when the text would come in and then looking at video to see if we could see someone in the hallway sending a text at that particular time.
Suspicion soon fell on Chloe Wilson, a popular athlete who played sports with Lauryn and was also close to Owen.
After a while, I kept getting asked more and more because after I got asked once, it really just all started to look more and more like me.
However, the case against her fell through. Once the investigation hit a dead end, the FBI was called in to assist. They eventually traced the messages to the last person anyone watching could have suspected, Lauryn's own mother, Kendra Licari.
A reasonable person would say there is no absolute way that Kendra Licari is sending these messages to her daughter, but we've eliminated everything up to this point.
When Isabella County Sheriff Mike Main confronted Kendra at her home, she confessed, blaming her actions on stress and financial issues.
She more or less is tacitly admitting that she did it by not denying it, but it wasn't a, clear admission of guilt.
A suspect to many. The reveal may have shocked viewers, but it was less surprising to many in Beal City. What the documentary left out was some key details about Kendra's past and her standing in the community. Unlike most parents who had grown up together in the town, Kendra was a transplant. She met Lauryn's father, Sean, in college, and they moved to his hometown after marrying. Eager to fit in, Kendra reportedly sought attention and validation from locals.
She does like attention, I think. If she was here right now and you were talking to me, she would be dancing over there to try and get you to look at her.
This made her a suspect when the messages began. Chloe Wilson's father, Craig, told the sheriff early on that he believed Kendra was responsible.
I remember within a day or two of our initial interview, I had sent him a text message that said that a very good part of me believes that this is probably Kendra doing this.
Another parent who saw the messages said they sounded like they came from an adult and admitted, quote, "I wouldn't put it past Kendra." Even the high school secretary, Diane Fussman, told the principal she suspected Kendra because she was, quote, "a little obsessive with her child." But when Sheriff Main brought this theory to Owen's parents, they quickly dismissed it.
He's like, do you think there's a possibility it could be her? And I said, no. She's helping me. She's Lauryn's mom. I said, it's not her.
Kendra Licari's suspicious behavior. Although Owen's mom, Jill, was skeptical of that theory at first, she gradually began noticing strange behavior from Kendra. Months after Lauryn and Owen broke up, Kendra questioned Jill about her son's love life, asking if he was dating Chloe. Through these conversations, Kendra discovered that Owen was seeing a girl in another town and soon began targeting her.
And here we go again. It's the same format, same words. Telling the girl from Pinconning to back off me because I'm theirs.
Her constant prying forced Jill to restrict their conversations to matters about the anonymous sender. But even while Lauryn and Owen were together, Kendra's behavior was concerning. She frequently asked them to pose with their arms around each other for pictures, which she then converted into gifts for Owen, like a customized phone case.
She would cut my own steak for me. Like, it was just to the point where it was almost too weird.
She even tried to turn Owen's tournament in Florida into a family vacation, an idea Jill quickly declined. In one particularly troubling incident, a friend claimed Kendra took Lauryn's phone, read her texts with Owen, then replied as her daughter saying, quote, "I love you."
You guys are gonna think I'm the crazy lady.
The confusing nature of the messages. Lauryn and Owen began as one of the most popular couples in school, but the constant stream of threatening messages soon wore down their relationship.
The messages had just gotten to be too much, and I think that's really what the last several months of their relationship revolved around was, did you talk to this girl?
Over time, Owen started pulling away from Lauryn. During one volleyball game, when they sat apart, Kendra texted her daughter directly, not as the anonymous sender, but as herself, saying, quote, "Sit next to him, answer me, come here now. I am fuming pissed off."
This is where I started to really kind of think, okay, is somebody on the high school team jealous or envious?
Then, as the anonymous persona, she continued sending messages that both undermined and praised the couple. One text taunted, quote, "Could this be the end of the AKA golden couple?" While another insisted, quote, "You're the definition of a perfect couple and will be the forever couple that gets married."
I do think that there was some jealousy, in their class, maybe wanting a relationship or wanting boys to notice the girls, and, they both had that.
It's not hard to see how these contradictory messages could have further tormented Lauryn and Owen, especially as their relationship was heading for the rocks. Kendra's lies and control over the family. The documentary only scratches the surface of Kendra's deception, especially regarding her employment status. Kendra initially worked at Central Michigan University, but told her husband Sean that she secured an additional, higher-paying position at Ferris State University. Believing this story, the family moved into a bigger house.
It just, led to worse financial struggles than we were already in.
In reality, Kendra only got the Ferris State job after she was fired from Central Michigan, and it didn't come with any salary bump.
I got let go from it.
Yeah. What about the Texas job? You still have that, or you got terminated from that?
I don't have that.
You don't have that either?
No.
So when did you get let go from that?
That position was also short-lived, as she was soon placed on a performance improvement plan for spending excessive time on personal texts and calls. She eventually quit, but pretended to work remotely, even faking work calls whenever Sean was home.
She acted like she was working and said she had stuff to do, and she played it off really well.
When the family could no longer afford the house and were evicted, Kendra lied once again. She told Sean and Lauryn that structural issues with the house's foundation required them to move out for repairs.
I can't do this anymore. The other house, this house, now I know what the truth is. And having her in the middle, this is not good.
Kendra's participation in the documentary.
I really wanted to get to the bottom of who it was, right? And that's when I started sending the text messages to Lauryn and Owen.
Most crime documentaries like Unknown Number, The High School Catfish rarely feature the perpetrators themselves. That's why many viewers were shocked to learn that the anonymous sender had been right in front of them all along.
This woman we allowed into our lives and our house and my kids' lives, and But Kendra's participation in the film almost didn't happen. In fact, according to director Skye Borgman, the documentary was almost complete before Kendra finally agreed to an interview. She explained that she wanted to address the audience directly and share her side of the story. Yet when asked why she harassed her own daughter for almost 2 years, Kendra offered no clear answer.
I was sending the messages in hopes that maybe they would send back asking, is this somebody or is this so-and-so, to just kind of give me something, right?
Her explanation that she was trying to protect her daughter from the same trauma she once endured received mixed reactions from viewers.
And I know some people may question that or diminish that or whatever, but I know Lauryn and I know the conversations that her and I had.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Lauryn's changing relationship with her mother. It's a question many viewers might have asked themselves after watching the documentary. What would you do if your parent harassed you with such messages for 2 years? For Lauryn, answering that question was certainly not easy.
I can't even imagine how it made her feel. So I'm sure Lauryn is just eaten alive inside.
Apparently, when the filmmakers first interviewed her in 2023, Kendra had just gone to prison, and Lauryn missed her mother deeply. As shown in the film, they kept in touch while Kendra was incarcerated.
She made it seem like everything's better, and she just made me feel better.
However, by the time of a second interview in 2024, Lauryn's relationship with Kendra had changed. She had chosen to distance herself from her mother, and their communication was a lot more strained. After Kendra's release, Sean divorced her and was granted full custody of Lauryn.
You know how much I love you, right?
Yeah.
No? Sometimes? Well, I love you.
I love you.
Okay. I'm proud of you. You're a good kid.
Kendra now lives with relatives outside Beal City and reportedly has even less contact with Lauryn than she did while in prison.
I know to some, I'm a headline, I'm a villain, I'm a bad mom, I'm a whatever. But that's because they know one little piece of my story. They don't know my whole story.
Have you seen Unknown Number, the high school catfish? What were your thoughts on the baffling case? Let us know in the comments.
There's no doubt that it'll have a lasting impact on all of these families. And the impact that this is going to have on these kids may be lifelong.